David Svensson had patrolled the wild lands of Tsevo for nearly 15 years. He thought he had grown used to the cycle of life and death, the sudden violence of predators, the long stillness of droughts, the fragile miracles that sometimes happened against all odds. Yet the call that came through his radio one heavy morning unsettled him in a way few things had before. "Ranger Svensson. This is Patrol Scout Malek. We've found an elephant. Female. Injured. She's down near the marshlands. And," the voice cracked with tension, "she's pregnant." David's eyes flicked to his partner, Elena Moretti, seated beside him in the jeep. Her face paled as she caught the words. "Pregnant," she echoed. Then, firmly, "We go. Now." The discovery. The jeep rattled over rough dirt tracks, jostling their gear. The air was thick, humid, the scent of approaching rain sharp in their nostrils. Clouds piled like bruises over the horizon, promising a storm. When they reached the marsh, the silence told them everything. No birds, no frogs, no insect hum. Just stillness, and the faint rumbles of thunder. In the reeds, they found her. A great elephant cow, collapsed on her side, her hide dull with exhaustion. Her chest rose and fell in shallow rhythm, each breath a struggle. Her trunk curled weakly, twitching against the earth. The sight that stopped them cold was the wound, a jagged gash on her hind leg, raw, swollen, crusted with dirt and buzzing flies. Infection had taken hold. Around her belly, taut skin revealed the unmistakable bulge of late pregnancy. "She's carrying heavy," near the end, Elena whispered. Her voice was part awe, part horror. "If she can't get up soon." David nodded, his throat dry. 2 lives. Maybe more, if the calf doesn't survive. Desperation. They approached slowly, rifles slung but untouched. The elephant's eye opened, vast and dark, catching them. There was no rage there, no wild challenge. Only despair. And something David would never forget, pleading. "She knows," Elena murmured. "She knows she can't do it alone." David fetched water from the jeep. Elena crouched by the elephant's head, pouring small streams near her trunk. The great creature inhaled, releasing a faint sigh of relief. She sipped what she could, her breath rattling with effort. But when she tried to heave herself upright, her body quivered violently and collapsed again. Mud splashed as her weight sank deeper into the reeds. "She hasn't stood in days," David muttered. "If the herd left her here." Elena touched his arm. "Then we are all she has left." The call for help. David's voice was clipped but steady as he radioed for assistance. "Female elephant down. Heavy infection. Pregnant, late stage. Need full medical unit. Urgent." The reply came with static. "Unit en route. 20 minutes." David glanced at the sky. The storm was rolling in faster now. If rain came heavy, the marsh could flood. A downed elephant in floodwater was a death sentence. He returned to Elena, kneeling beside her in the mud. "We have to keep her alive until they arrive. Just keep her with us." They swatted flies, poured water, whispered soft words. At first, it felt futile. But each time Elena spoke, the elephant's ear flicked, as if catching her voice. As if listening. The herd. A low vibration trembled through the ground. David froze, listening. Then he saw them. From the tree line, a herd emerged. 7 elephants, led by a towering matriarch. Their tusks gleamed white even under the darkening sky. The matriarch trumpeted sharply, and the others fanned out, rumbling low. Their eyes locked on the humans. Elena whispered, "They've come for her." David raised his palms high, speaking softly though his pulse thundered. "We're here to help her. That's all. No harm." For a long moment, the matriarch stood rigid. Then, with a heavy rumble, she stilled. The herd lingered close, forming a half-circle around the fallen female. Watching. Waiting. The arrival. The roar of an engine cut the air. A truck appeared, loaded with medical supplies and staffed by 4 vets. They slowed immediately at the sight of the herd, tension visible even at a distance. One wrong move, and the elephants could charge. David stepped forward, meeting the matriarch's gaze. Easy. They're here for her too. The matriarch's trunk lifted, scenting the air. Then, as though granting permission, she lowered her head. Let's move, David barked. The procedure. The vets moved swiftly. Sedatives calmed the elephant's spasms. Buckets of saline flushed the wound, sending streams of pus and dirt away. Antibiotics followed, strong doses meant to fight the infection raging inside her. Elena hovered near the belly, her hand brushing the taut skin. A ripple moved beneath her palm, the calf kicking. Alive. She's fighting for both of them, Elena whispered, voice trembling. The matriarch trumpeted once, loud and sharp. The herd answered, but they did not move closer. It was as though they understood. The rise. When the sedatives wore thin, the elephant stirred. Her muscles twitched, her breath rattled. With a guttural groan, she heaved forward. Dust exploded as she planted her legs, trembling violently. For a moment, David thought she would collapse again. But then, slowly, painfully, she rose. The herd erupted in rumbles, a chorus of thunderous approval. The matriarch pressed her trunk to the wounded female's face, a gesture of reassurance. David let out a long breath he hadn't realized he'd been holding. She's going to make it. Weeks of waiting. The elephant did not vanish. Each dawn, the rangers tracked her by the scar on her leg. Each time, she grew a little stronger. Grazing more. Walking further. The calf restless within, its kicks visible beneath the stretched skin. Elena whispered each morning across the grass, "You're strong. You're not alone." And sometimes, impossibly, the elephant would raise her trunk in acknowledgement. The night of storms. 3 weeks later, a call came in the middle of the night. She's gone into labor. Near the baobab grove. David and Elena raced through the storm, headlights cutting sheets of rain. Lightning clawed the horizon, thunder shook the ground. When they arrived, the sight froze them in awe. The elephant stood trembling, straining, her body convulsing with the effort of birth. The herd formed a protective circle, their trumpets rolling across the storm. Each flash of lightning illuminated the scene like a painting, raw, terrifying, magnificent. Hours dragged. The elephant groaned, swayed, nearly fell. At last, with one final heave, the calf slid into the mud. For a moment, silence. Then the newborn gasped, trembling, and let out a weak trumpet. Alive. The triumph. The mother nudged her calf desperately until it staggered upright on wobbly legs. The herd rumbled in chorus, their voices echoing into the storm. Elena clutched David's arm, tears mixing with rain. We just watched life begin. After all that. David's voice was hoarse. Not just life. A second chance. For both of them. As dawn broke, the rain eased. The mother elephant stood tall, her calf pressed to her side. She raised her trunk, not in desperation this time, but in triumph. The matriarch answered with a low rumble that rolled across the plain. For David and Elena, it was a moment carved forever into memory. The savannah was brutal. Life fragile. But sometimes, with courage and mercy, the line between survival and loss could bend. For David and Elena, it was a moment carved forever into memory. The savannah was brutal. Life fragile. But sometimes, with courage and mercy, the line between survival and loss could bend. And in that bending, miracles were born. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please Please like and subscribe to support the channel. See you in the next episodes.